What's up, everybody? It's Kenny here, with another interview right here for Chilling with Chef Kenny C. And joining me at this time, she is actually a returning guest, representing Nashville, Tennessee, bringing something different to the music scene. This is actually her second appearance on the show, and I enjoy her so much. And hearing she got some new music out already, we had to bring her back. So joining me is Phenix Red. She's with me right now. How's it going?
It's going good, Kenny. Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate you. It's been a couple of years since you was last on the show. You keeping yourself busy since then, especially with things reopening, it appears. So
Yeah.
as far as live music is concerned. So let's catch up. How is your 2021? How's everything been for you, music wise, and everything? Now that so much of the country is reopened.
Yeah, everything has been kind of crazy, but I've tried to stick with it even throughout the pandemic because last year was definitely, a year that I really wanted to put out a lot of music. So I really tried to push through. I did some stuff and I started writing by myself a lot more, which I was doing a lot of co-writes in 2019. So I'm really excited about 2021 because I've got a lot of music that just feels like it's really me and it's really my full message now. And I'm really gearing up to like drop my first album. So I'm really excited about that. And I've just been keeping busy in my studio and just working on my video skills and, trying to direct better videos, create better visual art, and just really focusing on the grind for sure. It's been crazy. I have my first show in the next month in a year, so it's going to be pretty crazy.
So you have a couple songs out this year. MF Down and Taurus. Um,
Yeah.
So let's talk about the tracks. I want to talk MF Down first. Not just the song itself, but this album cover for it. It's a cover of you with I think it looks like some tears coming out of your eyes. Nice background and everything. Talk about working on this song and what's the inspiration behind the album cover for MF Down.
Yeah, so I really I was that song. It has to be one of my absolute favorite songs I've ever written because it's a message that I just have really felt a lot. And I wrote it in LA when I was driving down the interstate, and I was just like, my inspiration for it was there's so many moments in our lives when we're just kind of feeling down or like things aren't going right or we're just in a state, and it doesn't have to be a depression, it can just be a state. Like experiencing the human experience can be tough, and so many people are just so unhelpful in those moments. You really find that people have a lot to say about what you should do or what you could have done or what you should have done, all these things, and how unhelpful that is. So that was my inspiration for that. And the cover, I just wanted it to be really I just wanted it to be a mood and a vibe and have it be dark, but not like more like a storm, like how it feels when you're in those moments. And so that was my inspiration for the cover art. And I went back to the same guy who did my Chariot cover because he always brings my visions to life. His name is Casey Moore, and he's out in LA right now. And I just wanted something that people could really rock with, something that was going to be, encompassing the mood of the track because it just means the world to me. Like MF Down was something that I've probably never jammed out more to a song that I've written than that one. So I was hoping that people were going to catch the whole vibe with that.
That is quite the mood with that song alone. Just the feel of it. Just it's It's what people feeling. So it's a
Yeah.
mood. That's a move. It's a vibe. It's however you want to describe it. And for you to say that this is definitely a song that really got the feeling out there, it's saying something. You put a lot of heart and
Thank
soul
you so much.
into this record. So, and I'm glad that it came out the way that it did, and people vibing to it. And you come from a city, music city of the world, and you definitely bringing something different to the local scene, that people may not know of. It's a lot of talented out there. So I like MF Down. I like your latest single, Taurus. It's a nice vibe to that as well. Let's talk about recording that track.
Yeah. So, I know they're both kind of different, which, for me, I really like playing with different tones. Like, I don't ever want to just be an artist that just is predictable and makes the same type of music or the same, just like reruns of the same song. Like, I'm all about theatrics and like encompassing the mood. And so for me, Taurus and MF Down were both very different sonically, but same mood, same kind of like angsty, but yet like, with that R&B mood flow, like it just was like, I felt like I wanted to put them back to back because of how they complement each other. And so I did Taurus out in LA as well, which a lot of the stuff I do is in Nashville with my main producer. We work together on almost everything I've put out, except a couple of tracks that I've been working on in my trips out to LA. And so Taurus is one of those that kind of just happened naturally, and I really liked it because it was just one big flow, just another whole mood, like I said, and it was very very like avant-garde, I guess, in like the lyrical approach. Like it's not so obvious what I'm saying. Like you really have to like listen and like catch on to like what I'm meaning, because it's pretty deep, but it's like kind of abstract, and that's why I liked it. But yeah, it's just kind of about those moments when you're going so hard and your legs go numb and you're pushing, and it's like, you're just like, I don't know, like heavy, like metal. How was it? What's the term? Pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
But you keep going. Like you just keep going. Like you're like, people get out of my face. Like I want it all on my plate. Like I'm gonna win today. Like I'm just not gonna stop. And that's what that song was. Like my time is coming around the corner, and I really want to manifest that.
You definitely manifest that as well. In addition to the song MF Down, you also have a music video, which came out this past May, last month actually. Um,
Yeah.
so let's talk about the music video. How much fun did you have filming it?
Oh my gosh, so much fun, Kenny, for real. And I don't know how much I've ever explained to you about the videos, but since we've last talked, for sure, since maybe like, I don't know, maybe 2018 Dinosaur, I've officially like fully taken over all of the editing. Before that, I would direct the videos and I would sit next to somebody and edit them. Like I would tell them what to do. But now I've fully taken over that whole entire job. And so MF Down was like, I spent all of 2020 directing these videos, and then the Chariot album, I did all of that. And so I was ready to make something more, I guess, like set like. And that was what we did for MF Down. I had this idea to put all my lyrics all over the walls and on the floor. And I wanted like different lyrics from all my songs, and like kind of like taking it back to the dinosaur days of writing my story on the wall. So we had the craziest time because it was definitely the longest video shoot, because we completely gutted my living room and shot most of it in my house and put up the walls covered in paper. It was pretty crazy. And I decided to go with a dance solo, which I have not done in any of my videos because I feel like I've finally gotten to that place where, I've been picking up dance. I've been learning through all the projects I've done, and I really wanted to kind of symbolize that with my own movement in my own body solo. So yeah, it was fun. It was really fun, and I feel really accomplished by it. And I was really excited to bring people something with a little bit more color, a little bit, more flair than what I've done in the past, and just kind of, put the mood from the cover to the song to the video. I wanted it all to be cohesive. And so, yeah, we had a blast on set. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was a dope music video. I definitely enjoy it. And just how it all got together. So go check out MF Down on all the platforms. Taurus also on all the platforms as well. And check out the MF Down music video. It's on YouTube. Go check that out too. And the last time you was on this show, I did look at the archives while you was talking. This was back in April 2017. That was the last time you was on this particular show. So that's
Oh
5
man,
years ago. And
that is wow. Isn't it crazy how that does feel like 3 years ago, a couple
yeah,
years ago though? Like that's weird, right?
yeah, and I've been following your music since then. You put out some incredible music. You had the song with Romeo, and when I saw that, I was like, wow. And the funny thing I bring up Romeo is because I was watching the Bow Wow versus Soldier Boy versus this evening,
Yeah.
and Romeo was there. Soldier Boy brought him out, and they had a moment just to give each other flowers, appreciating each other.
Oh,
That was quite a moment. Soldier, Romeo, and Bow Wow in the same building at the same time, like that. So
damn, that's throwing it back.
yeah, so that's 2000s, early 2000s. Man, and do I feel old? I just turned 37 yesterday, so
Oh, happy birthday!
so
Wow. Does that
so
make you a Cancer?
yes, I am. I
For
am a
astrology?
Cancer.
Oh,
Shout out to all the Cancer folks out there. Um, we
yeah, Cancer season.
so just I got love for all signs too. I got love for the Taurus. For the Aries, all y'all, everybody. We all
I
bring
got
something
love for
different.
all of it.
So go check out Taurus, MF Down on all the platforms. And you mentioned you were about to get back on stage performing in front of a crowd for the first time in over a year. Um,
Yes.
how are you feeling as we get closer to that day, and how eager are you feeling just getting back to that stage and performing again?
Oh, so indescribable. I feel like as artists, we do a lot of things. We go into the studios, we have a hand in writing, each person to a different extent, producing. Like there's so many things that you do when you're an artist. And I'm sure every artist out there would tell you, what their defining qualities are, like where they really flourish in this business and what's the most enjoyable part. And for some people, that may be the recording process, and for some people, that may be writing, and for some people, that may be, performing. For me, I know that one of my strongest suits is performing. For me, it's performing and creating the message, like creating the lyrics, creating the sound, creating the video, and performing. Performing is huge for me. I feel like it's my one moment where like my soul can like really connect, and it's like a battery charger. Like I'm like 10,000 steroids. Like I just feel amazing after I do it, and I'm really about the connection with people and delivering what I've written and what I want to say in the message. So I am just unbelievably excited. And I'm doing a show that's going to, you know, be my big theatrics, but I'm going to combine some things that I've only had separate up till now. Like I've done shows with dancers and tracks, and I've done shows with a drummer. And I also break down and I play the piano and do a lot of like my piano ballads that I haven't even put out yet. So this show, I'm going to combine them, and I'll have full choreo as well as a drummer, as well as my piano, and do a full fledged, like, huge show to welcome everything back. And I'm like really excited. I'm hoping to pack it.
Wow, with this being your first show since the pandemic, you pulling all the stops. So you going all in, and that's definitely the approach that a lot of artists are having. Getting back on that stage. Going through the process of recording songs and just doing interviews and just spreading the word on social media. All that is good, but it doesn't get any better than performing these songs in front of a crowd. And that is what was missing last year because of this pandemic. And now that things are getting back to normalcy, some sort of normalcy, people feel comfortable getting back and performing. Where is this show going to take place? Where's the city, the location, where it's going to be?
Yeah, so it's going to be at the Flamingo Cocktail Club and Bar. It's this really cool place here in Nashville, near downtown. The owner is an amazing person. She's based out of like Miami and New York. Like she's been living in both places, and she came to Nashville and she bought this this building and turned it into one of the swankiest, trendiest clubs in Nashville. It's one of the only places that I feel like supports independent artists and the music scene the way that certain clubs in New York and LA have done, but nothing in Nashville so far. And by that I mean, instead of being a venue that you can rent out to play and charge a cover at the door and cover all this stuff for people, that's a lot of how Nashville is. Like you have the places downtown where they only let you play covers and you're paid. And then you have all these other venues where you have to book your own show, pay for it, and do the cover and the charge and all that stuff. But Flamingo is different. They have jam sessions weekly, every week. They have Thursday night shows, which is what I'm going to be a part of, called the Work Release. And they feature an artist each night on the Thursday. No cover. It's completely like a part of the community now. It's like, it's the spot to go. And so I'm really excited to be included with them and be working with them in this. And it's going to be great. It's going to be really awesome.
That's awesome. For the venue to do that. As far as with independent artists and such. Nashville, they seem to have everything. I mean, everything for live music. So, I live in Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky to be specific. We got venues here and there. I don't think we have a venue like Flamingo. My favorite venue is this one spot called the Borough, not just because of the performance and the drinks and whatnot, but they got an arcade, video arcade.
Ooh,
so
that's hot.
You can enjoy live music while you playing your old school video games. Mortal Kombat, golf, Tekken, pinballs, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
So that's we ain't got no flamingo, but that's probably the closest maybe to a flamingo atmosphere that we have as far as extra things that people can do other than chatting and enjoying the music. But Phenix Red, it is so good to get back in touch with you. I enjoy your music. I enjoy you as a person. You are awesome, and it's very encouraging to see my music friends back to performing again after all we've been through last year. So go to the Flamingo place, fill that place up, show Phenix Red that love, and just spread the word about it. Really, really support these artists, especially now that they're getting back to performing again. They're gonna need that energy. So and like she said in this interview, she's going all out for you all. So if you miss out on this, you're gonna be looking at yourself the following day and be like, damn, I missed out, man. Like, so if you're in the Nashville area and you love music, obviously go check out the Flamingo with Phenix Red. Phenix Red,
Yes.
pleasure of talking to you. And everybody check out MF Down and Taurus on all the platforms. And she's got a new album on the way, so stay tuned for that. Go promote your social media links. Where can people find you at?
Yes, everything is at Phenix Red Music on all social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the jazz. Phoenix is spelled with no O, so it's Phenix, no O. In phenixred.com, you can find all my stuff, all my socials, and my merch. And yeah, I'm really excited. The show's going to be July 15th, 8:30 p.m. at the Flamingo Cocktail Club and Bar in Nashville. So really excited. And my new single will be out right after that called Aaron. And I think you're really going to like this one.
Busy week. Flamingo's show, July 15th, in Nashville. And then her new single, Aaron, will be coming out the day after. Who knows? She might perform. She might give y'all a sneak peek, if not the whole thing, at the Flamingo. You never know until you show up and see it for yourself. Thank you, Phenix Red, for your time. Continued success, and more importantly, be safe out there. And thanks again for your time.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for having me and supporting me all these years. Like, I do not take that lightly at all, and I'll never forget that. And I'm super, super grateful to have a friend in you. So I'm glad we can do this.
All right, and who knows? Once the album is out, we connect again. I'll definitely listen to the album, and we can talk more about these songs that you put into.
Yeah. I'm excited. I look forward to that.
All right, when that will conclude our interview for the evening. Check out Chillin' on Thursdays and Saturdays, 8 to 9 p.m. on tmvcafe.com. For Phenix Red, this is Kenny Cummings. We're signing off. Thank you all for tuning in.